can we hold the Ducks, the Irish, the Ducks and Huskies under 24? Well, maybe Notre Dame, but I'll put this on the table right now. If we hold Oregon and Washington under 40, if you put that to me right now, if we hold them under 40, I'll sign on the dotted line. I will sign a contract right now. If we give up 38 to both Oregon and Washington, sign me up, because Caleb and the offense are scoring at least 40 in at least one, if not both of those games. So Avery, if we give up 38 to Oregon and Washington, I will take that deal. I would pay you. Like if you said, hey, can you pay me $200 so that, if there's a package deal involving Oregon and Washington scoring 38 specifically against USC, I will pay you $200 for that scenario, like right now, without thinking, without reconsidering, because that would mean USC will be in the Pac-12 championship game with a shot at the college football playoff.
Yeah, when we do the transitive property, they always talk. They always say certain games, right, count, and other transitive properties don't count, etc. Well, we hear about how Oregon just blew the doors off of Colorado, and USC struggled. It was a tight game at the end. But they don't talk about the fact that the Stanford game doesn't count because USC absolutely obliterated Stanford. And although Oregon did beat them 42-6, USC's win was much more impressive, not just in the score, but just the overall play of the game, the dominance in that game. So which one counts, the Colorado game or the comparative between Stanford and USC and Oregon? I don't think all this is a waste of time. All these teams are playing each other, No, like we talked about earlier, nobody's talking about that Washington goes down and struggles against an Arizona team. And how many points? And Penix doesn't throw a touchdown. I mean, so we're already to anoint these teams like they're going to blow the doors off everybody. That USC is going to run through the season and blow everyone out the door. Or Oregon's just going to shut everybody down. I'll tell you, Oregon fans, you put up big numbers to Oregon, to Washington and USC and some other programs. I mean, we'll see what Washington State does. So before we start anointing ourselves, again, the 85 Bears, the 08 Trojans, the 21 Georgia Bulldogs, you guys' defense is not that good. It's not. There are holes, and I don't know if you guys think you're shutting teams out because you're not going to do that. USC is going to put points on Oregon.
All right, guys. Anything else we wanted to hit tonight?
Just the USC defense needs to hit some pads, and then hopefully some players on the opposing team on third down.
Yeah, just wrap up. How different is this game? Here's one small thing also. On the week that Dennis Lynch gets his scholarship, Dennis Lynch is USC's kicker. He got a scholarship. I guess he lost that hunger because he came in for that chip shot and he misses it. How different is our narrative right now? Now, granted, we're still saying, hey, there's some issues on defense, but how different is that narrative if USC's up 17 points, 3 scores with 5 minutes left? There's never an onside kick. Who knows how Colorado even plays? We're thinking, if we slow this thing down, we might be able to cover. I mean, you don't know how big a play just kicking a field goal was. They went down there, and USC, they didn't score in that fourth quarter, right? I mean, it was just a mess. Kicking those 3 points puts them up 3 scores with 5 minutes left. Not a pretty win, but they get out of there, and the story isn't like, well, they survived an onside kick. USC was never trailing this game. Matter of fact, USC hasn't trailed the entire season. Yes, who have they played? I agree with you. But a lot of teams are going to be playing from behind, and Colorado found a way at home to get that done. But not many teams are going to be able to do that. So USC has been their worst own enemy in a number of games this year. The defense is not playing to their potential. There's question marks about this scheme. Everyone has them right now. This team has to go out this week. They have a great opportunity. Washington went down to Tucson and struggled. Let's see if USC at home can take care of business and start changing the narrative. It's not gonna fix things on defense, but if they just make some tackles, how different is this game gonna be? So I'm looking forward to the defense. We know the offense is gonna be fine. What can the defense do against a pretty good, no matter who the quarterback is? They've got 3 of the better receivers in the country, definitely in the Pac-12 coming into the Coliseum. Let's see if they can shut those guys down. Wiley's out, so if Wiley's out, that hurts their run game. Let's see if this defense can take advantage of that and put a good showing in together.
Mario Williams, by the way, showed up and made a few plays in this game that counted.
Yeah.
Yep. And we talked about, Brendan Rice was dropping a lot of passes last year. Coaching staff stood by him. He improved. Coaching staff stood by Mario Williams after the dropsies at Arizona State. He improved. So, the coaching staff has made a lot of mistakes. We've talked about Lincoln Riley's bad situational football and, of course, the Alex Grinch disaster on defense. But playing Mason Cobb a lot against Arizona State, that really paid off against Colorado. They got him back into playing shape, and then standing by Mario Williams, expressing faith in him. Criticize the coaching staff all you want, but some of their player decisions have definitely paid off, Mario Williams being one of them.
And really quick, you guys, sorry I hit the bug you guys again, but it's just proven. On the days that we actually ask you guys to subscribe, we actually get subscribe. We're over 5,000. Matter of fact, this week, we got 30 on our show, Matt. Between our two shows, we got 30 new ones in a couple of days. So just want to ask you guys right now, if you haven't hit that like button, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. And the key here is the notification bell, because Matt and I we do a call-in show on every Thursday, but on some Sundays, or possibly there's big news that breaks, if you hit that subscribe and notification bell, you will know if we go live. We pop up live for our call-in shows. I hope you guys join us on Thursday for that. But there's going to be some impromptu ones that we're going to throw in there just because we feel they're needed. When people needed to just get off their chest about what happened on Saturday and the collapse on Saturday. Sunday morning was a great time. It was very cathartic. Everyone just came in and just kind of laid it all out. There was some serious therapy going on. So we will be available. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you do know when we go live. And then also really quickly in the chat, if you guys could, let's do it. Get on the record. If you guys have a score prediction, this is when you do it. Go ahead and waterfall that in right now. And as we're wrapping up, I'll put up your scores. But at least this way you're getting in. And if you're watching this later on, please leave us a comment and let us know. Do you think this defense rebounds? What do you think your score prediction is? How much is Arizona going to score in this game? I'm really curious to hear it from you guys.
So again, folks, the next stop is Thursday with Matt and Tim on the call-in show. That's at what time, Tim?
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. On the East Coast.
Thursday night, folks, with Tim and Matt on the call-in show. Then, of course, after USC and Arizona, and conclude on a Saturday is the post-game show with Tim, Rick, and Tony. Be there for that. And again, we'll be back here next Monday with Matt and with Tim for our Trojan Conquest Live show, 8 Pacific time, 11 Eastern for me and the folks out here on the East Coast. So we greatly appreciate it.